Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Europe's war of words over the migration crisis shows no sign of letting up. Germany has slammed Austria and Slovenia for declaring they will start building fences along their borders in an effort to stem the flow of refugees and migrants into their countries. The news came as another boat bound for Greece sank yesterday with 1 dead and 2 missing. Despite the worsening winter weather, the number of people heading for Europe has not abated. So far this year, more than 560,000 have arrived in Greece. Over 350 died trying to do the same. Around 140,000 people have made it to Italy and Malta, with nearly 3,000 people dying in the Mediterranean. In all, more than 700,000 people made it to Europe in 2015, but well over 3,000 have died trying. But tonight we bring you a remarkable story of one man who did make it to European shores. Abu Salah saw his hometown in central Syria destroyed after local people rose up against the regime of Bashar al-Assad. He documented his own voyage over land and sea. This is the story of one man's extraordinary journey in search of a better life. And a warning, his story contains some distressing images from the start.
S'il te plaît, aide-nous! Régime Bachar al-Assad, tuez-nous! S'il te plaît! Chaque jour, il y a les sang. Je ne peux pas parler! S'il te plaît, aide-nous!
They bombed my home. They killed my cousin and a lot of neighbors injured, hard injured. Terrible thing happened. With a camera, I register everything about the aeroplane, about the injured, dying, a lot of child, women.
I don't like to film here with the blood. Believe me, I don't like it. Easier to me to film the bomb than I see the blood. Did you see the child? Did you see?
Abu Salah was a blacksmith living in Arostan, one of the first cities to rise up against the Assad regime. And in retaliation, it was completely flattened by the Syrian army. He made his mission to record the destruction and the loss of life, to tell the world about the horror of the war unfolding around him.
The evil come here and do this thing. Really the evil. After that, I decided to leave Syria, just for save my family and my child.
Abu Salah brought his family to Turkey, but he made frequent trips back to Syria by himself, compelled to keep documenting the war, hoping it would make a difference. Until the day he couldn't take it anymore and felt the world was just not listening.
I'm a human being. I'm not animal.
This is the start of Abu Salah's journey.
In the Izmir, a bad situation. A lot of people you see sleeping in the street. A lot of smugglers, like a mafia. Any place you can find the smuggler.
Abu Salah spent a week in Izmir, preparing for the journey.
قدر يا شباب قدر 56 ليرة ألمانيا
The smugglers gathered a number of Syrian families together who wanted to cross over to Greece.
The smuggler chose me to drive this boat, because anyone drive the boat, he go free without pay the money, $1,200. But when I decide to drive this boat, I cannot imagine all these people, 57 people. I decide their life if something happened, but I was strong. I was strong.
After 2.5 hours at sea, the group arrive on a tiny Greek island, their first steps on European soil.
Everyone, even me, was happy. We arrived to the Europe. Everything will be easy after that. They're a mixed feeling. They're crying, and at the same time, they was happy. Mixed feeling. This is exactly what happened.
مع احترامي لك يعني هلا بدي اول مره بتركب البحر الله يصورك عمك ابو صلاح يعني 5:30 منكوبين لو طالعين على كيف وين رايح؟
ألمانيا
المانيا شو بتسوي بالمانيا؟
Their first glimpse of the EU turned out to be a deserted island with a small Greek naval outpost.
راسي عمي ابو صالح احلى قبطان بالعالم.
The Navy took them to another island nearby, called Kalimnos.
جبلنا بدمنا ترابه جبلنا مهما الدهر غضبات وجبلنا نبقى هون وما بنترك جبلنا تراب سوريا قبل من الدهر.
They was very kind. They give us everything, food, clothes. The police open the office for sleeping. It's amazing, really. They give us tools to the child. Yes, they was very kind.
Despite the friendly welcome, Abu Salah and his group decided it was time to press on to mainland Greece. They boarded a ferry to Athens and joined the massive throng of humanity pouring off the ship, some with papers, but many without. Some coming home from holiday, others seeking a new life. There they met a smuggler, the man in the red shirt. He mapped out the next leg of the journey. They travelled on by bus through Greece and then continued on foot into Macedonia. They reached the border at dawn, where they rested. And then they followed railway tracks heading north.
It's hard for the child. I carry a lot of child in this journey, but I feeling this is my daughter.
شايفه حلو القطار؟
They boarded a train to take them to the Serbian border. It dropped them just short, and they had to trudge through forests in the dead of night to reach Serbia.
It was very cold. The children all the time hungry, need the water, very tired, very tired.
The women and children did their best to keep up the pace. All the way, they slept rough. After hours of waiting, finally a train arrives to take them north. silent and exhausted. They trekked through the night to make it across the Hungarian border, desperately trying not to get caught by police patrols. But the rain they could not escape. At the border, after 2 weeks with this group, Abu Salah decides to continue on alone.
A family from my group, they decide to go directly to the police Hungary because they're very tired, their clothes wet, they cannot continue. They won't go to the police to help. We deal together like our family, really. I'm thinking about my family all the time. Very hard for the women and the child. Very, very hard. Bye-bye. After I left my group, something obliged me to stand up and make some photo and video. The graveyard. Every tomb, a lot of flower. This cemetery like a paradise. I remember our cemetery.
2012.
The cemetery in my country, by regime Bashar al-Assad. I cannot compare between our cemetery and this cemetery. I cannot.
After Hungary, Abu Salah travelled by himself up to Germany and ended up in Belgium. He's in a refugee centre, hoping to be granted asylum and for his family eventually to join him.
I'm waiting to my wife and my child be with me. We need a life. We obliged to do like this. There is no choice. I mean the freedom here. There is a difference in our country. My daughter all the time see the ballerine on the TV. They try to dance like them. This is a life, to dance in the street when we want to dance.
Abu Salah's story narrated by Jon Snow.
I've been